Good morning, everyone. This is Anthony, Wall Street Trader. It's 10:17 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on May 24th, 2021. Doing the video a little early today. Lots to cover in the markets. Also, stay tuned for tonight's video or this afternoon's video on the RLC, which is iExec, which is a new cryptocurrency I'll be covering. Intraday updates below, twitter.com, as well as if you want to stay up to date with my latest videos, you can click subscribe. Disclaimer here. I'm not a financial advisor, folks, and you should not be risking what you can't afford to lose. This is risky business, real risky. So my advice and suggestion here is please consult with your financial advisor if you have one, or a friend or someone who has financial wisdom. This video is educational only and outlining my own personal opinions, and they are only opinions here. Lots of ways you can slice and dice this stuff, generally speaking. Okay, the graph allocation, I'm mostly in US dollars, so it's okay, not a problem. All right, it's 40%. I'm invested over here. Still waiting for another good price. It may be higher than 78 cents. I don't really know. I have to go in when I have a high degree of certainty that it will more likely go up than down. Again, it will probably go down, as with every time you put money in. Sometimes it takes a setback and whatnot. But it's a whole lot better than when I was really feeling bullish about it. I got it at $1.17. Imagine if I put 100% there. That would have been a shame. But I didn't do it, stuck to my guns, and that's how we got it at a lower price. Anyway, this is the condition. We cross it. I'm going to yank this off for the next one so you don't have to see that anymore. And we're going to look at this one. It's probably not going to happen, and we're going to go into the reasons why, because a lot of stuff happened. What was this condition? This was the Bitcoin hitting 30K. I don't think we're going to hit there again. But let's take a look at the chart. And this is something you can follow along and decide on your own. Anyway, so over here, if we look at the graph, we're up almost at 82 cents. You got it down here yesterday. You're a baller. 50 cents, and you went all the way up to 80 cents. I mean, look, this was kind of max fear here. There was a lot of retail. Like, everyone in the retail world was bolting out. Like there's a fire in the store or something like that. Like, this is the kind of thing that happens from time to time. You can't really know how far down it could go and what its likely recovery point will be, because this is the crypto market and it's retail driven. We're in when we're talking about the graph, we're talking about the retail driven market. It is not institutional. And just so everyone understands, think about it. Institutions don't get scared that easily. Why? Because it's not their own personal money. Their brain is only tied to emotions as it relates to their own money. Yeah, they don't want to lose other people's money. But at the same time, the institutions probably care a little less. So they can stay in it for longer. Just something to think about here, because retail is typically going to be a lot more scared than institutions. And that's just the fact. All right, let's go into Bitcoin. Bitcoin, we actually broke this wedge, and this is the wedge I keep saying will be, this is a highly bullish sign, this broadening wedge. We're over the green resistance line that I've been saying we need to break, but we haven't broken it for that long. It's only been a couple of hours now, 3 hours, going on to, 3 hours right now. So we have to be above this line for a little bit. I feel like we've broken out of it, but I can't say for certain until I get proper validation that we are on the right track here. I feel like we could start heading higher very, very easily. So, the ideal first stop would be 40 to 42 range, in this range. And I've already outlined this as an area of basing. If we look at the chart, where I had an earlier chart on this where over here, not too long ago, we were looking at, this is the same Bitcoin chart. We have two support areas. I felt like this was max pain. We dipped down here. We came all the way back. So we're definitely trekking back towards this range. Question is, how long will it take? Well, I see a head and shoulders type pattern. So I think over the next few days, we might actually be up there. Maybe as soon as tonight. Who knows? I have a feeling it'll probably take a couple of days to get there, and then consolidate again, and maybe start heading back. Could be a head and shoulders within a head and shoulders. Look, there's a million ways you can look at this. but I feel very bullish, primarily because of the odds of this type of pattern are pretty relatively high, especially for a fairly liquid product, Bitcoin. Anyway, so that's kind of where my head's at on this one. And again, we're back close to 38,000 again. So we need to really properly bust through. Anyway, I don't want to belabor the Bitcoin chart. However, very, very compelling, because if this thing starts stabilizing back to the upside and stabilizes, all of the altcoins relative to Bitcoin will play catch up. So what does that mean? GRT BTC, once it feels the Bitcoin market is back to normal, the retail folks will start getting bullish again within the altcoin markets as a general rule of thumb. All right, so we are, if you look over here, we're back over the 2050 line, which over here acted as support and a little bit of resistance. But, you know, we're over here. So hopefully we start trekking back up to 2493, 2500. Remember, that was the first entry point I went into the graph, and we actually broke 2500. And then where I bought it at $1.17, $1.07. And then we went down here and we broke the graph relative to Bitcoin at 2050, where I said I would buy again. And that's where I bought it at 77 cents. So we're back over the 2050 range, which is great, but we're still not up there yet, where I'd like to see us start trekking. That being said, I would welcome a pullback too, because I have cash and I wouldn't mind going back into it. If we can break below 2050 again, I might be a buyer. But we'll see. I'm not going to say right now that I'm 100% on my entry point. So I want to see a little more activity here first before I make a decision. Anyway, so that's kind of it's kind of a wrap. Still at 80.89 on the almost 81 cents on the graph to US dollar. Have a good Monday, everyone. We'll catch up